I know that you have some challenges in front of you when it comes to building your dream. So do I. So does Lori. So do our friends. So do all the parents that I know. So do all the single people that I know. So do all the rich people that I know. So do all the broke people that I know. We all have about the same number of disadvantages. They're just all different from each other. So set your excuses aside. Start taking inventory of what you do have working in your favor. Lead with those advantages. You will hit your dreams.
Welcome, everybody, to the Chris Harder Show, where we are making you unapologetic about your pursuit of success, knowing that when good people like you make good money, they can then do great things. My name is Chris Harder, and several times per week, I will bring you epic guests, solo episodes, and every single tool, trick, and skill set you need to grow your business, grow your money mindset, and to grow your wealth to levels that you have never reached before. I've ended up in a unique place in life where I've got the experience, the connections, and all of the secrets that it takes to be successful. And I'm lifting the curtain to reveal it all to you in an effort to help put you in a position of abundance so great that you can then be as generous as possible. So let's lock arms and let's get started.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Chris Harder Show, where today I am grateful for family. I am surrounded by family. It is Easter weekend. We're back in Arizona at home where most of our family is. We're celebrating Taylor, my brother-in-law's birthday. We're just doing lots of fun hanging out. And I'm just really grateful because I've been blessed with an awesome family. And I know not everybody is. So feeling grateful for that. And if you're like, what in the hell is this guy talking about? Why is he telling me what he's grateful for to kick this thing off? It's because I'm a huge believer that if you want to be successful in life, then you got to make gratitude a centerpiece, because you can have all these things, all these advantages, all this stuff going for you. But if you never stop to take inventory of it, it's like not having them at all. So I'm just trying to lead by example because I've got a damn good life. And my life is so much because of these deep gratitude practices that I have. You don't get a good life because someone just gave it to you. You get a good life because you stop to acknowledge all the wins and all of the advantages and all of the blessings along the way. And you realize, oh, this already is a really good life. So I just try and lead by example. Now, talking about advantages, that's going to be the subject of what we're going through today. So I'll be real with you. I hate excuses. And I'm tired of hearing people make excuses. Well, of course you can build that. You have all the money. Or I don't have the time for this, even though I want to do it. Or I don't have the know-how like you do, or I don't know the people that you know. I'm just kind of making some up off the cuff here. But I hear these things all the time. And it's from really good people that mean to do really well within their business, but they have these limiting mindset beliefs, these blocks, if you will, that somehow they don't have the tools or the advantages that they need to achieve their dream. And it's just not true. Let me tell you this. No matter where you're at economically, no matter where you're at in terms of where you live, no matter where you're at age-wise, no matter where you're at in terms of who your posse is or your partner is, no matter where you are at, you have several advantages that somebody else who you look up to wishes they had. Let that sink in a minute. No matter where you're at in life, you have advantages that somebody else that you look up to, that you say, well, of course you can do it. Look at you. Those people wish they had some of your advantages. You know, the rich person can throw money at a problem and solve it quicker than you probably. But a lot of times, the rich person already has such a damn busy business and busy life that they don't have the other thing you might have. And that is time. The person who may not have the money yet, a lot of times has all of the time in order to start creating momentum. And speaking of momentum, the person who's just starting their business, they have time on their side, but what they don't have is momentum on their side. So when the busy person who's already has all 6, 7, 8 businesses, they're complaining, I don't have any time, I don't have any. Yeah, well, you know what you have, mister? You have momentum. You have money, you have a team. It's like everything's a double-edged sword, meaning it cuts two ways. The person with all of the experience, yeah, they might get to skip a lot of mistakes now because they have experience. But you want to know the person who has no experience, just getting started has that's an advantage? They have unencumbered possibility, that naivete, that belief that they can do anything. Why can't I have $1 million launch on my first try? That naivete is powerful. So with experience, you start to lose that. Like, think about little kids, right? They believe they can fly. They believe they can be a superhero. They really believe it when they're at a certain young age. And then we start to become adults with all this quote unquote experience. And we realize, oh, I can't fly. Oh, I can't, recover as quickly. Oh, I get hurt. And these become limiting beliefs that start to hold you back in a certain way, even though you have this quote unquote advantage of experience. So everybody gets about the same number of advantages as somebody else, just different ones. As a matter of fact, almost every single advantage that you think somebody actually has is a double-edged sword. I used that term before. If you haven't heard that term, it means it cuts both ways. Sure, you may be able to use that sword to cut somebody, but that same sword will also cut you. It's a double-edged sword. As a matter of fact, here's some more examples. I want to riff on these things. People look at other people on Instagram that have already earned a ton of money and they have a beautiful life with beautiful things and they can afford beautiful surroundings. And they say, well, of course your Instagram gets all the likes or gets all the shares. You're always on this beautiful trip, or you're in this beautiful home, or everything around you always looks so good. So it's more aesthetically pleasing and it's easier for you to create these beautiful posts. But at the same time, you know what they have working against them is they're no longer relatable. And you might be. See what I mean? Everything is an advantage and a disadvantage. Relatability is one of the biggest advantages in the world to get somebody to let down their guard and say, oh, you're the person I want to buy from. Oh, you're the person that understands me. Oh, you're the person that gets me. Somebody might look at somebody without kids and say, well, of course you can build this business. Look how much time you have. You don't have kids. And at the same time, others might look and say, well, I would never buy from them. They don't know what it's like to be a parent. They don't understand what it's like to be a parent. I need to go learn from a parent, or I need to go buy from a parent, or I need to get my products from a parent that understands the importance of what it's like to have the challenges that a parent has. See what I mean? Double-edged sword. Somebody might say, well, of course your business is going to go well. You're one of those super organized, super linear, super detailed oriented people. You know how to run this thing really, really well, like a well-oiled machine. I don't have that skill. Except the people that have those skills almost never ever have the visionary skill and the let's take the risk skill, the think big skill, the let's dream skill, because they're so logical. That's what makes them linear and detail oriented, is they're too logical. Now, is there such a thing as being too linear and too logical? No, because it helps them in one way and it hurts them in another. Is there such a thing as being too much of a dreamer and too much of a visionary? No, because it helps you in some ways and then it hurts you in others. And in that case, each of those parties, they should take their advantages and then go backfill the part of their double-edged sword, their disadvantages, with people that are the opposite of them. And that's what makes dream teams in business. And don't even get me started on age advantages. There are entrepreneurial advantages at every single age. Listen, if you're in your 20s, you have endless energy and nothing to lose. Like, go wild, try everything, learn from trial and error. There's nothing that you can't come back from when you're in your 20s. You can blow all your money and make it again. You can blow it all again and make it again all over again. You have time and you have energy and you have ambition. And you have probably very few obligations on your side when you're in your 20s. Use those advantages. When you're in your 30s, you start to lose some of those advantages. But what do you have? You have a little bit more money. So now you can invest in maybe a few more people here, a few more people there, or an idea here, an idea there. You typically in your 30s, you have a little better posse, like a little better crew to help you out, people with more experience around you. And you have a better knowing of who you are and who you want to be. And that's a big advantage. The little things matter less to you when you're in your 30s. And, you may not have the energy you had in your 20s, but the fact that the little things matter less to you now, that frees up energy. So the net of your energy tanks are about the same in your 30s as they are in your 20s. Now in your 40s, Here's some of your advantages. You've now at this point racked up some seed money, hopefully, and relationship capital should be a significant shortcut by now. I know a guy. I know just the woman to call. I know just the person to hire, right? Your relationship capital should be a massive advantage in your 40s. Collaboration is king at that point, and you feel a sense of urgency and confidence at the same time that you don't feel in your 20s, you don't feel in your 30s. There's a swagger, there's a knowing when you get in your 40s that you just don't have in your 20s and typically don't have in your 30s. That now becomes a very big superpower or advantage. This is where you go build the behemoth ideas, right? 50s, 60s, 70s. You have incredible perspective and powerful knowledge. I mean, incredible and powerful knowledge and perspective. The little shit doesn't even phase you now, doesn't even hit the radar. So you may have a lot less energy than you did before, but you have zero energy suck from the little things. It just doesn't matter to you anymore. You understand what's important and what's not, and you don't get caught up in the bullshit. Your network at this point is fully developed and full of favor capital. I mean, you've got 5, 6, 7 decades of homie hookups that you have built up and people that you can call on. And I actually see it all the time. Your friends now own all the banks, or your friends now own all the restaurants, or they own the stores, or hell, even their kids do now, right? Their kids are the 20-year-old, the 30-year-old, the 40-year-old that owns the business, and the parent makes their kid do you a favor. This is all favor capital, which is a massive advantage that you have in your 50s, 60s, 70s. There's seed money all around you. Don't even get me started on that. And you still have enough health and energy and drive and desire to still lead the way. So why do I share all of this? Yes, I know that you have some challenges in front of you when it comes to building your dream. So do I. So does Lori. So do our friends. So do all the parents that I know. So do all the single people that I know. So do all the rich people that I know. So do all the broke people that I know. We all have advantages that are enough to get us across the finish line of our dreams. And we all have about the same number of disadvantages. They're just all different from each other. So set your excuses aside. Start taking inventory of what you do have working in your favor. Write it down every damn day if you have to, and lead with those advantages. If you do that, I promise you, you will hit your dreams. And to dust off my old saying, that's when good people like you, who then make good money, can start doing great things. Hey, speaking of great things, Lori and I are releasing the greatest business program that we have ever created for sure, and maybe the greatest one that'll ever hit the internet. I know that's a bold statement, but we've been working on this for a year, working backwards from one statement. And that statement is this: we wanted to build the most supportive mastermind ever created on the internet. And that means it's got to be affordable. That means there has to be a lot of accessibility to experts. That means Lori and I have to be accessible. That means our friends and people we know have to be accessible. That means there has to be a lot of collaboration within the mastermind where you guys are helping each other out. That means there has to be a lot of tools. That means, guys, we worked backwards from the statement that this has to be the most supportive mastermind on the entire internet. And then we built it working back from that statement. Literally answers on demand. One-on-one coaches in every area of business that you would need for free at your disposal. Like, you get to send them questions about your business. They'll send them answers right back to you. And we pay their salaries in this thing. More office hours, more time, more tools, more resources. And best of all, if you've ever been a part of our programs, then you already get this part. We attract the classiest, most helpful, most collaborative crew out of anybody who ever puts groups together out there, period. That's what we're most proud of. So that means your peers are going to become your business partner. Your peers are going to become your homie hookups. Your peers are going to become your relationship capital, the people that join this thing with you. Now, here's the only catch. Because it's got so much support, we can only take so many people. We've built it to support a nice capacity in the beginning, but there's absolutely a cap to it. And because there's a cap to it, then it means it's going to sell out quicker than you want. And because it's going to sell out quicker than you want, we're literally launching April 29th. That means you have to right now go get your tail on the wait list. So right now, go to chrisharder.me/waitlist. That's chrisharder.me.me/waitlist. Or just text me waitlist, and you'll actually get the enrollment link slightly sooner than anyone on the email one. And that is texting me the word waitlist. Really, just type out the word waitlist and send it to me at 310-421-0416. Again, text me the word waitlist to 310-421-0416. Either one of those waitlists, you'll be able to get a spot, I would assume, in this new program. You're not on those waitlists, probably have no shot of getting it April 29th when we drop it. All right, guys, love and appreciate you. Go use your advantages.
Thanks for listening. And if you loved this episode and know of someone else who is as successful as they are generous, please pass them on to me. It would mean the world to me if you help me get this cause and this message out to as many listeners as I can. So please, if you liked what you heard, it goes a long way if you take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review and share this with your friends. I'll be forever grateful. And until the next episode, cheers to your success.